How's it going, guys? This is Candy, and since Blackout is out, it is fresh, it is poppin', I figured I'd make a quick tips and tricks video for all those who, either maybe you did play the beta, maybe you didn't, but if you want to get better at the game, here's just some basic pointers for you guys to get started with. Now, bear in mind that this video was kind of planned out and scripted back in the beta days, so if there are any sort of inconsistencies with the mechanics to the current live build, be sure to check the description down below. Some of these tips you probably already know, but if there are any sort of advice or tips and tricks that you guys can think of that I didn't include in here, be sure to let me know down in the comment section. Anyways, the first word of advice I can give you is how to jump out of the plane and glide. Basically, the moment you jump out, you want to immediately pitch downwards until you get the maximum velocity. Essentially, what you want to do is watch out for the zoom animation and then pitch horizontally. What this does is you preserve the velocity. You level out to around 65 miles per hour, which allows you to travel much farther than you would if you started flying horizontal first. So remember, when you first jump out of the plane, dive vertical, get that little zoom animation, and then glide horizontal. Now, the next tip number 2, is gold weapons. Now, you may have heard of the term. It's actually referring to that when the weapon is on the ground or ready to be looted, it'll have a yellow outline instead of a white one. Now, what this means is basically that the weapon is fully decked out with attachments. Now, you can also find these gold weapons in special loot supply chests. I don't know what to call them. They're basically these random chests that are scattered throughout the map.
Enough for one person.
Wait.
Like,
okay.
One person? Oh.
I found something.
Okay.
Oh my god, 2 fully kitted things. 2 fully kitted guns, dude. Oh, this is the mother load.
We'll pick them up and stop talking about them.
Yeah, dude, holy shit. The next tip is Hitscan versus projectile weapons. Now, the quick and dirty is that sniper rifles are not Hitscan, they're projectiles, and everything else is Hitscan up to a certain range, and then it becomes projectiles with drop-off. Now, you can see the demonstration in the background here that with a non-sniper weapon, you can actually see the bullets kind of appearing at a certain distance and then having fall off. Tip number 4 is that there's only one size of backpack, so don't go looking for like a level 3 bag or whatever. Also, pick up all the ammo that you can carry, especially when you're first starting out. You know, you don't know what bullets go into what guns. The reason being is that picking up ammo doesn't actually affect capacity or inventory space in the bag itself, but there is a limit to how much ammo you can carry for each type. So you might as well just kind of go around and spamming all the ammo and picking it all up as you find it, as it doesn't actually negatively impact your carrying space. Now, the next tip is that you can actually shoot while underwater. You can actually aim down sights as well. This is a pretty short tip. It's more situational, but it's definitely useful in those sort of clutch moments where you kind of caught out in the open. Oh, actually, here, just perfect.
Huh? What?
Sorry, I'm just showing off a thing for my video. So the next tip number 6, is that trauma kits are really strong. They'll basically heal you up to 200 health. So basically, it'll heal you up to the max, plus a 50 bonus past your 150 starting HP. Now, these are a bit more rare than the standard med kits and bandages, but they're well worth picking up and using right away. Now, a quick mini tip with this is that you can actually heal while moving. Tip number 7 is that you can actually use your glider after the initial drop. So the glider is basically like PUBG's parachute. It's usually to be used during your final descent to the ground. However, the difference here is that if you're at a high enough elevation or high enough peak, off a really tall building, you can actually jump off and activate your glider. Basically, all you gotta do is after you jump, you gotta press and hold the spacebar, and the glider should just auto-deploy. The next tip is about zombies. Yes, there are zombies in Blackout. Now, if you look around and see a blue beam shooting out a building towards the sky, that's where the zombies are. Kill the zombies, and you get a pretty neat chest of high-tiered weapons. Now, the zombie building itself tend to also have interesting weapons as well, such as the ray gun.
Oh, wait, there's the chest. Dude, look. Candy.
Ooh.
I present you the chest.
Fantastic.
I'm just gonna close the door so no one can sneak up on us while we do this.
It's a rocket launcher.
Ooh.
You know, I've had way better loot in here before. It's kind of shitty because this would be the example in my video, but you want to use the rocket launcher? Go for it.
I'll take it.
Tip number 9 is sort of a safety rule of thumb. I found that looting dead bodies in Blackout to be pretty clunky, at least at the time of recording this gameplay. You actually can't move side to side as much as you would be able to in, say, like PUBG. Now, what I find to be pretty useful is just to kind of go prone while looting. It's not the ideal situation. Looting dead bodies in Blackout is pretty risky in general. But you really can't move strafe at all when you're looting a dead body. Now, side note for you PC players, prone is by default the hold. You have to hold the C key or whatever your crouch button is. Now, I found that rebinding to Z actually helps a lot with the responsiveness, and it honestly mirrors my settings in PUBG. Now, tip number 10 is sort of an interesting one. Basically, you can stack perks on top of each other. And as many as you want. So this is pretty handy if you know that like 2 perks are pretty good with each other. They synergize well. You know, theoretically you could spam all the perks all at once, but if you're smart with it, you could combine certain perks like Dead Silence and Skulker. Now the combination of these two basically allows you for a very ninja-like playstyle, you know, with a minimal sound footprint, so you kind of sneak around without your enemies hearing you.
Yeah. Take a footage of this. Look at me. Look at me. Ready?
Yep.
Whee! There you go. Use that for your video.
For what?
Really good for not using stairs.
Great. Tip number 13. Anyways, those are my quick and dirty tips for Blackout. Hope you guys found this useful. If you have some additional tips, be sure to leave it down in the comments, and maybe if we get enough, we'll make a part 2 or something. And again, if any of these mechanics have changed since the time of filming this video, I'll make a note in the description. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you around.